Windows 12 release is pushed back at least another year as Microsoft officially announces Windows 11 version 25H2, ending months of speculation about whether the next big update would be a whole new generation of Windows or just another step in the Windows 11 journey. And on Friday, Microsoft finally confirmed that the next version of Windows 11, coming later this year, will be version 25H2, not Windows 12, while also rolling out the first insider preview build so testers can already experience early features, with Jason Lesnick from Microsoft writing in an announcement post that today, Windows 11 version 25H2 became available to the Windows Insider community in advance of broader availability plan for the second half of 2025. But despite the big announcement, Windows 11 version 25H2 is not a major technical upgrade since it shares the same platform release and servicing stack as version 24H2, meaning the upgrade process will be seamless, taking only a quick restart like a cumulative update rather than the heavier OS swap that users face when moving from version 23H2 to 24H2. And while this makes upgrading faster and easier, it also means that the initial insider build changelog is identical to one from version 24H2 in the beta channel, showing no exclusive new features yet. But Microsoft has made it clear that new features are definitely coming, just not immediately. And like with previous updates, those features will first be developed under the 25H2 branch, but then eventually rolled out incrementally to 24H2, and in some cases even 23H2, once the code is finalized, with Lesnick explaining that new features we developed for Windows 11 version 25H2 are part of the version 24H2 branch, and when complete, we include them in the monthly LCUs for Windows 11 version 24H2 in a disabled state, which Microsoft can then activate later. And this strategy is not new since Microsoft has done this before with Windows 10 as well as earlier Windows 11 versions. But what makes 25H2 especially interesting is the timing, because while Microsoft hasn't confirmed a rollout date yet, speculation points toward September or October, which would coincide perfectly with the official end of Windows 10 support in October. And considering that Microsoft has been aggressively encouraging users to move away from Windows 10, the timing suggests that 25H2 will not just be another update, but a strategic push to migrate millions of users still stuck on Windows 10. And this aligns with Microsoft's bigger plan of consolidating its user base onto Windows 11 before eventually making the leap to Windows 12. So even though 25H2 may not feel groundbreaking in terms of features right now, it is crucial in setting the stage of the future. And there's also the support lifecycle to think about, because once 25H2 releases later this year, it will reset the support clock once again, giving Enterprise Editions 35 months of support and Consumer as well as Pro Editions 24 months of support, which makes upgrading to 25H2 important if you want to keep your PC supported for the maximum possible time. And while this update may seem small compared to a major overhaul of 24H2, which included significant rewrites like parts of the OS being recoded in Rust, 25H2 still carries weight as one of those enablement package style updates that make the transition smooth and efficient, requiring just a single restart. But more importantly, it will be the version that bridges the gap between the massive improvements of 24H2 and the eventual arrival of Windows 12. So for users wondering whether to wait or upgrade, the smart choice is to adopt 25H2 when it drops, because it ensures feature stability, long-term support, and compatibility as Microsoft continues its roadmap. And while we don't yet know exactly what new features will ship with 25H2, history tells us we can expect UI refinements, AI-powered enhancements, performance improvements, and potentially tighter integration with Microsoft's Copilot and cloud services, making this update more about laying the groundwork than flashy new tools. But nevertheless a pivotal moment in the evolution of Windows 11, and it's also worth noting that Microsoft has been experimenting with modular and cloud-based components, which may show up in later cumulative updates tied to 25H2. And although Windows 12 has been pushed back, insiders believe this extra time will allow Microsoft to polish and refine the OS, avoiding the rushed launch mistakes of the past, while giving Windows 11 more time to mature and stabilize. So in a way, this delay benefits everyone. And when Windows 12 finally does arrive, it's more likely to feel like a truly generational leap rather than just incremental changes. But until then, Windows 11 version 25H2 is the update to watch. Not for what it delivers immediately, but for how it positions Microsoft's operating system for future, and as we wait for its official release later in 2025, one thing is certain. The transition away from Windows 10 is accelerating. The countdown to Windows 12 has unofficially begun, and version 25H2 is the stepping stone bridging the old with the new. And with that, you've been watching TechVerse.